Hello, everybody. It's the old bear from the old bear's den of Bigfoot. I'm back again. Sorry for the delay. Been really busy at work, training some guys, and running all over the southeast. And that's where this account comes from. It's really close to a couple of other accounts that we had that were in North Carolina, near Asheville, North Carolina. And this one comes from the same general area, about a mile further towards Asheville, which would be east. It's on the westbound side of I-40, about a 12-mile marker on I-40, 10-mile marker, something like that. A truck driver, he ran local, or he still runs local, and he was running local and had to run to Knoxville with a load over in Tennessee and from Asheville area, and he wasn't going to make it until the next morning. He ran out of hours, so he knew of a place he could pull over because he didn't have enough time to get to the rest area there on I-40. He had permission to park there. He parked it. He's done it before and never had any problems. And well, he pulled in there, and it's not lit up. It's just a entrance to a road that goes up the mountainside. And well, he parked there. He had food in his truck and everything. He'd stopped and got him something to eat. And so at that point, he just shut down for the day. He shut down around 4 or 5 o'clock, figuring he could get up, in 10 hours, which would have put him getting up at, 3 o'clock in the morning or something like that, and head back out and get to Knoxville, get it unloaded, and then he'd go on home, because that would have been his last load for the week. And he got there, parked, fixed himself something to eat in his tractor, and crawled in the bunk and went to bed. Well, about 10 o'clock at night, he got woke up because his tractor got shaken. And when it got shaken, I don't mean just a little bump. I mean the tractor rocked back and forth pretty good. So at that point in time, he crawled out of the bunk. He he opened his curtain up and looked around, and the truck wasn't running, and because it was a fairly decent night. It wasn't freezing cold, but it was just enough chill in the air to where it wouldn't bother him, and but he wouldn't be burning up either. So he looked in both mirrors, couldn't see nothing. Turned the lights on the truck, didn't see anything, and he closed his curtain. Well, when he closed his curtain, his truck got rocked again. Well, this kind of ticked him off, so he got up, got ready, put some clothes on, and he stepped out the passenger side and was going to walk around his truck and find out, who was messing with him. And he was fully loaded, so it takes a lot of strength to shake one of them trucks when they're fully loaded. And at that point, he started walking around and had a flashlight, and he shined the light towards the back of the truck, the back of the trailer, and something leaned out and looked at him. And when it leaned out, he didn't have the flashlight up high enough. And when he showed the flashlight in the face, he saw that it appeared to be human-like, is what he said. And it was covered in hair. And at that point, it scared him. So when he was there, he got back and he turned and ran back to his truck and got in the truck. Well, when he got back in the truck, it shook the whole truck again. Now, it's shaking it from the rear of the truck on a trailer. And he dived in his bunk, turned the lights off on his tractor, and dived into the bunk and closed the curtains. he's scared. He's afraid this thing is going to come up there and try to rip him out of the truck or whatever it was going to do. Well, after a few minutes, nothing else happened, and he thought it left. So he got back, opened the curtains, and looked out his driver's door and didn't see anything. He saw a truck go by on I-40. And because he's right there on the main highway, right there on the interstate, and he looked out the window to the passenger side, and it was standing there looking at him through the window of the cab. And then you're talking had to be 8 feet, 9 foot tall to do that from the ground. Because I don't know, he had a long nose KW, one of the older trucks. And at that point, he jumped back into the sleeper, and it never did anything else to him, but he kind of froze when he was sitting in the bunk. His alarm went off, and when the alarm went off, it was at 4:30 in the morning. And when he had jumped in the bunk, I guess he sat there and he just froze in position, and he don't know when it left. He don't know how it left. He doesn't know if it just walked off or if it took off running or what. But it scared him so bad it froze him in his sitting up in the sleeper, and he was pretty terrified, and he won't stop there anymore. And he actually changed jobs because of it, because he had to go through that way 2 or 3 times a week, and he was always afraid that he would see it again, and it's affected him pretty badly. He now works, completely local around Asheville. He doesn't go out of the city limits. He used to hunt, and he refuses to go take his kids and go hunting. He even sold his boat because the lakes he goes on they're covered in woods and everything else, and he's afraid he'd see one out when he's fishing. So he doesn't want anything to do with these creatures. It didn't cause him any physical harm, but it caused him a lot of emotional harm and mental harm. And so, everybody says they want to see one. Well, now you know what can happen. So I hope y'all enjoy this video. I've got 3 or 4 more stories. Mrs. Bear, how many we got ready to go? About 3 more?
About 3, yes. About 3.
And I got a little rant that I want to, I'll probably do later on tonight. And I'll post that for you after I post this one. And like I said, I hope you enjoy it. I hope you get something from it, and it helps you. If you've seen one and it's terrifying you, don't feel bad. There's a lot of us out here that have seen them, and you're more than welcome to call me at any time. So I hope every one of you is blessed, and I hope every one of you are saved, because things are getting rough in this world, and they're not going to get any better. Thank you for everything, and thank you for watching the video, and thank you for subscribing. So, the old bear's signing off, and y'all have a blessed day.